Okay.
Starting.
Okay. Okay, you start. Go.
Welcome everybody. We're coming to you from Kumameri country. My name is Sam and this is Kara. Welcome to week 3 Kara Sanders, the YouTube series. Today I will be conducting an interview
We're still going.
and at times I may look like I'm not interested, but I'm just preparing myself mentally for the next question.
Okay, thank you. This is week 3 of creating a new art collection, and this week we had some big distraction with a cyclone passing through, so I thought I would bring... We've actually got no Wi-Fi at home, so that's why Sam's here working from the studio, and I just thought that he could join me in YouTube video. Week 3. So I'm going to share some updates of what this week looked like starting from Thursday, and we're just going to talk you through it because it was some wild time. So Cyclone Alfred is supposed to be coming across tomorrow afternoon. So we've just done some prep, just got everything tied up. Poor Coda's only got a bed here. And then the shed, we've done what we can to just sandbag it up and tape it up. And because the water comes from next door, we've just tried to divert it with like the sausages. So hopefully we're gonna be okay. If you haven't seen one of my previous videos of our property, we live in a dual living property with, we're in like these tree houses. So made fully out of timber, like surrounded by lush trees. So when there's a wild weather events like a cyclone passing through, there's a little bit of anxiety happening when you haven't been through that in these little tree houses. You're like, are these houses going to hold out? Are these trees not going to fall down? Is this property going to flood? We're just really worried about the water, because in the past when there's a lot of water it just gushes through the property, and we're due for how much rain, Mum?
Well,
Up to what? 1,000?
This
Is it?
particular area of the crosses where it's across.
Are you sure about that? 1,000 mils.
Around surface to Cooley, the south side of the cyclone, if it crosses in.
Oh my god, I didn't know it was that much.
A metre of rain. Crazy.
A metre of rain. Ooh. I don't know, you have like, did you feel a little bit of anxiety?
No, there's certain people on the property who often feel quite a bit of anxiety. I feel like whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Which is a good mentality. Yeah, Thursday was just preparing. Friday, we lost power at about 10 a.m. and that was just the beginning. Escalating because we were expecting the cyclone to pass through Friday night, early Saturday morning. That night we had a candlelit dinner. I was really loving the candlelit dinners. I feel like I want to bring them into our weekly dinners, like at least once a week. I think they're so nice, romantic. But it was just getting so loud, like as we got into the night, like all the trees were just blowing. It was just like going really crazy, and because we have no insulation and just like a tin roof, you could hear literally everything. Was it that night I had to sleep with the headphones on?
It was Friday night that, yeah, she had earplugs and headphones on.
Headphones with meditation music because it was just so loud and I could not sleep. And we still woke up like 20 times because there was a mosquito trying to bite us, and also we were waking up and checking every little crevice in the house to see if there was any water getting through. And I'd be like, Sam, get up, your turn.
Just to clarify, it wasn't being slapped, it was a LED Makita spotlight in the face at like 3 a.m.
And then we woke up Saturday morning, bit of carnage. There was a tree that had landed just over the shed, but would have been worse. Some broken branches and things like that, but kind of just like, is it over or is it still coming? And because we had no reception or power, we were just in this like place of like, what's happening? Sunday, boredom kicked in, and that's when Sam pulled out the old skimmy.
Tried a bit of skimboarding. We've heard that previous owners of our house, like an old school video of them surfing, it kind of creates like a bit of a wave. So I tried. It wasn't very good, but it was fun. I think I have to go when it's a bit more gnarly.
Yeah. And that Sunday was when the rain really picked up. Things got pretty heavy. There was a bit of stress happening, but there's really not much that you can do in these situations. It's just like you've just got to let go of control because you can't control it. It's just Mother Nature doing its thing. And so that was a big lesson personally, I learned was just letting go of control, and the only thing that you can control is how you respond in those situations. So it's just like putting yourself in a place of ease, whether that's like breathing or reading a book or just doing something for yourself, because what else can you do, really?
I think it reminded us of like our reliance on things. Yeah, you can still do stuff like when we were growing up. You couldn't always have TV or games and shit, so being able to read or play cards or board games and you had no choice. Sometimes, yeah, not having the choice is probably the best option.
Pause that, you might need to speak up a little bit louder too.
Yes, okay. I've been told I need to speak louder, so I will try my best to speak louder. And thank you for everyone who reached out. I mean, a lot of family, friends.
Yes.
It wasn't only us. Obviously, we got off pretty much with nothing.
Yeah.
We're so lucky. So like, shout out to people who.
Yeah, we had
a
so
lot
many
worse
people
out.
reach out. The water got really intense Sunday night, and we actually, because we had no way to receive any notifications, but the government sent out a warning to evacuate in our area. We had no idea, like no way to receive it. Luckily we didn't get that, because that would have created even more stress for Mum.
There would have been some stressful people. But we were right, honestly.
We've
had more water before. It was just consistent, very constant.
And the next day, like the water had completely gone down, and we got into the cleanup. So this was the Monday. We were still without power, still without reception, and we just got into cleanup, and then we were able to come to the studio.
Bless me. Wow, it's going to be on there.
Oh, that'll be loud.
Apologies.
We were able to come to the studio and just like charge our things and send some messages out and do a bit of work, and I was able to work on my commission piece, which was awesome. It's like also through this time, like even though there was some cyclonic weather, I was still very productive. Like I still had my iPad out and I was working on Procreate, and I was able to just like resolve some of the things that I was like struggling with my artworks. Not struggling, but the things I just like really wanted to work on, and I was able to rework the same pieces until I got to a point where I was really happy with the way that they looked. And this is without using any materials or resources. I also did a bit of designing to elevate my packaging for the Affordable Art Fair in May. So I'm really stoked about that, because if I was in the studio, I would just be so focused on painting and not giving that other side of things the time that it deserves.
Question.
Yeah.
I'm the interviewer here. So with the iPad, you have several designs of the same thing, but you make slight changes. Does that work better for you, or do you try and do something new each time? Like, yeah, why do you do it that way?
Well, because I've already I've taken some photos of some backgrounds without any of the detail on them. So I've just been using those backgrounds that I've hand painted in the studio that I've taken photos of, and then I'm just like layering the detail on the program on Procreate just to rework some ideas, and then I'll duplicate the same background and do a whole bunch of different like concepts and flows in each like study. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then do you land on one? Like, how do you choose one?
And then I land on one. I'm like, that is the one. Like, that is the vibe that I'm going for. Like, I really loved the idea of bringing in the sharper lines, like meeting with the curved lines. And then I got to a point where I was just like, this works really well. And I'm excited now. I'm excited to take these
my idea.
into what?
I think the sharp lines was my idea.
Oh, whatever. Oh my God, here we go. In week 4, I'll just be painting like consistently. So you probably won't see me because I'll just be in here every day.
Okay. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Oh, far out. Oh my God.
That is the end of week 3. Thank you for joining us. Remember, like, subscribe, or post a comment below. I watch a lot of YouTube and everyone says that.
Thanks. Thanks for being here. See you next week.